Approval of the monthly human resources
Good afternoon, Dr. Johnson, Mr. McMahon, members of the board. The Human Resources Report for the month of March 2013 provides the board with the number of new contracted employees, new non-contracted employees, resignations and terminations. Please note that resignations, which are denoted on the Human Resources Report, are not a mass exit of employees, but rather an opportunity for us to rectify our systems and separate those individuals who have not served in an active employment status for the majority of the year. Additionally, I have provided you with the teacher vacancy comparison report for the month of March 2015. As of today, we have a total of 46 posted vacancies. That is 46 out of 6,606 instructional positions. Of that particular 46 vacancies, we have a number of recommendations, a total of 7, for which we are expecting to authorize those individuals to get them to our schools immediately. Last but not least, we will host our first substitute job fair on March 19th. This is a district-wide substitute fair at each site whereby any substitutes who are interested in supplying within our school can go directly to the school and be recommended by principals for employment. That concludes the Human Resources Report for the month of March 2015.
Is there any discussion?
Yes, I'm sorry.
Go ahead. Mrs. Turner?
Thank you for this report, this addendum you just gave us, because I had some questions, and I think they're answered, but I might be a little redundant, so bear with me, okay? I was looking at the report, looking comparisons from January and February, okay? And it was looking as if, in particular for this report, that we had a substantial amount of resignations. And yet the new hires did not seem to be targeted towards those areas. I don't know if that makes sense. So while they may have resigned in one, we didn't fill the position. But perhaps I'm looking at this wrong, because if indeed this report is the absolute, we only have 46 vacancies throughout the system. Am I right?
Yes, ma'am. We have 46 instructional vacancies. That is correct.
Then I commend you.
Thank you.
That's excellent. And thank you, because I was worried about that when I was trying to compare the two reports. Okay.
Thank you.
I'm good.
Dr. Irwin?
How you doing today?
Great.
You doing great?
Yes, sir.
Just a couple quick questions. We're coming to that time again. When are contracts going out?
Contracts are tentatively scheduled to be issued on March 23rd, 2015. We have a contract vendor, DocuSign. Certified employees are tentatively scheduled to receive those on the 23rd, and they are due back by the 30th of March.
Okay, second question, then last question. Based on previous years, how many vacancies do you anticipate for the fall or August?
Well, we're actually trending. We really won't know that because we don't issue letters of intent. However, we did have a job fair just this past Saturday, Metro Resa, where we had a number of individuals that we actually SOA'd, statement of acceptance. So our target is generally around 500. We've already contracted roughly 120 of that 500, so we are ready to go. Our annual teacher job fair is April 25th. 2015, and generally at that fair we fill a number of our vacancies as well as pre-contract those individuals for positions that we anticipate throughout the summer.
So are you feeling good about next year?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Very well.
All right, thank you.
Dr. Irvin, now we've had milestones, professional development, I guess the last 3 Saturdays, Dr. Beasley. So we've had about 1,800 teachers here, and I've had the opportunity to speak to most of them. And one of the things I shared with them was that Dr. Johnson and the board and administration are committed to addressing salary and compensation issues this year. And I just think that's going to help us reduce attrition, and so that we're going to do much better in terms of eliminating or reducing vacancies for the next fiscal year. And that's one of the things that I wanted to share with you all. It's helping us because we are going to maintain more of our veteran teachers in the classroom this year and not have this constant turnover that we've had to struggle with for the last 3 or 4 years.
Is there any opposition to placing this item on the consent agenda? Oh, I'm sorry, did you have a question?
Were we
Mr.
going to
Jester.
spend a few seconds talking about nurses and the update on that? Because we received an excellent email about that, and I thought that might be really good for public consumption, even if it was just for a few seconds.
Can we do that now or later on?
Or do you want to wait?
I was going to discuss it in my
Okay, no, that's fine. I just want to make sure we cover that.
Okay.
Thank you.
Is there any opposition to placing this item on the consent agenda? Hearing none, this item will be placed on the consent agenda.